Well, let's talk about that, Gary, because critics would say, look, you have been talking about the need for regulating and yet have not. There's been lots of focus. We had you on last time when you went after Kim Kardashian. But on a relative basis, going after Kim Kardashian compared to what is now a massive undoing of FTX isn't enough.
Last thing that I'll say is if you look at what precipitated some of the 2008 financial crisis, you saw a number of bilateral, bespoke, non-reported transactions happening between financial counterparties, which then got repackaged and re-leveraged again and again and again, such that no one knew how much risk was in that system until it all fell apart.
Well, these devils! So how do we, and I'm hoping this discussion today, at least from a central banker's point of view, on how do we start tokenizing? How do we start building systems that actually create not only the value, but transfer that value around the world?
Enjoy the ride, pal.
If you got a bag, welcome to the party. Welcome back to some more Moon o'clock news. No breakfast, no coffee, just straight extra bullishness. Shout out to the latest sub, Satoshi Nakamoto in the building. Appreciate you stopping by. Go ahead and throw on those pilot shades. Buckle up, because the future's extra bullish. And let's go full speed, full throttle into the cryptoverse. We got XRP currently right under 39 cents, up about 9.27% in the past 24 hours. XRP climbing back up here. Taking a look at the crypto total market cap chart here, you can see since BTC hit the top right around November of 2021, you can see it's been all downhill since then. Looks like we're still in that bear market. We take a look at the previous cycle here. You can see the bear market here from the top to right after the halving, about 851 days. If we take this previous bear market cycle and lay that over to our current cycle, 850 days would take us up to 2024, up until March, April of 2024, which would lead us up into the next Bitcoin halving date of 2024, right around April of 2024. So if this cycle continues for BTC and the rest of the markets, we're looking at bear market, bull run, bear market up until about 2024 for that next halving for BTC. A couple things to note though for XRP. XRP didn't reach a new all-time high. Also, we're waiting on the XRP case to play out. Also, possible utility bull run kicking in for XRP anytime between then. And taking a look at the total global cryptocurrency market cap, up 3.4% in the past 24 hours. We got XRP right around 38 cents, up about 10%. BTC 17K 300, ETH 1200, and we got Stellar XLM in the number 26 spot, right under 10 cents, up about 11% in the past 24 hours. Markets back in the green. Ripple says, with our payment solution, companies like FOMO Pay can streamline internal treasury management, free up working capital, accelerate business cash flows, all running on the XRP ledger, FOMO. Stuart Alderati says the only runaway that's running out is these worn out and frankly false talking points from the SEC chair Gary Gensler. His insistence on elevating the SEC's quest for power over effective regulation in this country is creating deep financial damage. Gary?
Well, let's talk about that, Gary, because critics would say, look, you have been talking about the need for regulating and yet have not. There's been lots of focus. We had you on last time when you went after Kim Kardashian. But on a relative basis, going after Kim Kardashian compared to what is now a massive undoing of FTX isn't enough. What do you say about that?
Look, I think that investors need better protection in this space. But I would say this is a field that's significantly non-compliant, but it's got regulation, and those regulations are often very clear. And we have multiple paths. And one path is working with those crypto exchanges, crypto lending platforms, and to get them properly registered. And why that matters is that's so the public's protected. But we have another path, which is enforcement. We've brought, between my predecessor and the teams now at the SEC, at least 100 actions in this case. And we've been very clear in these various enforcement actions. And we had a big win even this week on a crypto token called Library, where a court clearly said, you've been on fair notice. And yes, this is a securities under the securities law.
But Gary, in fairness, there are millions, if not billions of dollars that are going to get tied up that potentially will get lost in this situation by investors, not just retail investors, but pensions that have given money to venture capitalists that have invested in these things. Shouldn't this be more regulated?
Yes, Andrew, and the laws are clear. And look, the runway is running out. I mean, the American public and investors around the globe are getting hurt by a field that says they put a lot of fancy talk around it, Andrew, and the technology is interesting. And I taught it at MIT, and I think that there is some innovations here, but we still need investor protection. And so what I would say is come in and talk to us. You've heard that before. The runway is getting shorter, and the laws are clear, and it's pretty rich for me when I think about it. Look, there's also celebrities. You talked about celebrities. There's celebrity CEOs in this space as well, celebrity crypto entrepreneurs. And so the public can fall prey to their promotions, their marketing, and the like. And it's really important. Our third path is also investor education. Going on a show like this is also to say to the public, beware, this is highly speculative. It is regulated, but without prejudging anyone's circumstance, largely non-compliant.
Guess that means no regulation from Gary. Gary, are you there? James K. Philon, XRP community. Accredify Inc., DBA, Invest Ready has filed a motion to file an amicus brief in support of the SEC. Good luck with that. The SEC in Ripple Labs case is a national security threat. I serve the people of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. We got Reaper Financial LLC seeks leave to file an amicus brief in support of defendants Ripple Labs Inc. motion for summary judgment. Welcome to the party. Tom Emmer says, interesting. Gary Gensler runs to the media while reports to my office allege he was helping FBF and FTX work on legal loopholes to obtain a regulatory monopoly. We're looking into this. Gary, we got you on that blockchain trail. Notorious XRP, funny business. XRP Army.
Last thing that I'll say is if you look at what precipitated some of the 2008 financial crisis, you saw a number of bilateral, bespoke, non-reported transactions happening between financial counterparties, which then got repackaged and re-leveraged again and again and again, such that no one knew how much risk was in that system until it all fell apart.
Well, these devils! Sam Bankman-Fried!
If you compare that to what happens on FTX or other major cryptocurrency venues today, there's complete transparency.
Well, these devils! Sam Bankman-Fried!
About the full open interest. There's complete transparency about the positions that are held. There's a robust, consistent risk framework applied, and we're excited to work with the CFTC on our U.S. licensed and regulated venue to bring a lot of this.
This guy, this douchebag!
You always need a big player to go to zero.
Well, these devils!
I would like to see, and I don't want this to happen, but it always gives you a good bottom when you get a large player over-levered that goes to zero.
You know, I think like one example is market manipulation. And I think one thing that I would expect the SEC to be looking at now, and I wouldn't be shocked to see some movement on, is around coming up with some sort of guidelines for crypto exchanges. Right now, they live in the money service business regime, which is an appropriate regime for part of the activity. But, you know, I would expect to see, you know, anti-market manipulation, anti-wash trading regulations and policies start to come out.
So if you have to sacrifice someone who uses too much leverage, and it's always leverage that does it. Somebody's over-levered, positions are complicated, they're not transparent, they're not liquid, and they go to zero. Someone is out there on the brink of zero. If someone's going to zero, I don't know who, but it'll be great for everybody else that survives because everybody will learn from that.
Oh, these devils! Sam Bankman-Fried!
And that's what I like about a washout event. And I think we're due for one in crypto land.
It's me! I'm the one out here putting the work in behind the scenes trying to save crypto. Well, these devils! Sam Bankman-Fried, Brian Armstrong, they're trying to permanently ruin it. This is not about money for me. I hope you guys understand this. I'm here
fighting for you.
Get those crypto bags offline. Another postponement of ISO 222, what banks must now consider. The new postponement of the CBPR plus ISO 222 migration ultimately means no gain in time, as the MT-MX coexistent phase starting on the 20th of March has been shortened by 4 months. Similar to Target 2, it must be ensured on the IT side that participants can continue to operate in the old world for 4 more months. The old world. Get ready for the new world, the internet of value. We got the number one waffler.
So central banks are also starting to understand nature has real value. Carbon, we already figured out. And carbon is moving very quickly into a system where it's going to be very close to a currency. Basically being able to take a ton of absorbed or sequestered carbon and being able to create a forward pricing curve with financial service architecture, documentation. I just came out of a meeting this morning, how we're trying to accelerate that. To be quite honest, not to get very boring, but we're on financial topics and things, but they're going to be derivatives. And you need ISDA documentation if you want to trade a derivative in the marketplace. And all of this actually matters for nature as well. I'm going to quickly hand off, but again, I want to talk about value one more time, because the southern part of the world has value far greater than large elements of the northern part. And when we start thinking about and putting prices on water, on trees, on biodiversity, we find, where does that sit? I'm doing a lot of work out of Asia, and I say that my next door neighbor, Indonesia, is the left lung of the world, and obviously Brazil's the right, and Africa, absolutely critical. And we need their natural capital as a system-based world more than we need that 66 billion we've got sitting in the basement of the Bank of England. So how do we, and I'm hoping this discussion today, at least from a central banker's point of view, on how do we start tokenizing? How do we start building systems that actually create not only the value, but transfer that value around the world?
Hidden in plain sight. XRP, the interoperable one. Joe Cat says, say what you want about BitBoy Crypto, and I certainly do. But he was warning us that FTX was the devil before there was even any good reason to. Someone responds and says, you thinking of hiring him at Ripple now? Joe Katz responds and says, oh, hell no. Library says, Sam Bankman-Fried spent $31 million on politicians last year. We spent $0. That's the difference. You gotta pay to play. The game's rigged. Elizabeth Warren says the collapse of one of the largest crypto platforms shows how much of the industry appears to be smoke and mirrors. We need more aggressive enforcement. I'm going to keep pushing the SEC Gov to enforce the law to protect consumers and financial stability. Regulation by enforcement. XRP Crypto says the 5 reasons for intensifying the bear market: FTX, Celsius, Luna, Voyager. It looks like they're trying to shake out the masses. Withdraw your funds from crypto.com. I say withdraw your funds from everywhere. It's not safe out here. Get those bags offline. Many Bitcoin miners are turning their rigs off. Bitcoin's electrical cost has just been breached for the second time only in 5 years. The electrical bill for the average miner is now greater than the income earned. Bye-bye BTC. On the other hand, running a node on the XRP ledger is like running a light bulb, hence there is no mining involved. Negligible energy consumption, no financial incentives, rewards for validators. XRP ledger truly decentralized. Revelers NFTs, major announcement here. Reveler mint announcement. To ensure the success of the project and to the benefit of the community, we decided to postpone the Revelers mint. Our launch would have been negatively impacted by the current market sentiment, among other factors. More information coming soon. The mint has been postponed, but never fear, Revelers. NFT mint is coming soon. PureCat NFT update. Coverage of custom domains have been upgraded in our NFT Viewer X app in the Sun wallet, including for NFT holders of X-Punks, BC Backer, Junkies, the Monkeys, and the Club XRPL Bearable Bulls. We got XRP Crypto here, the floor of iron. With all the bloodbath, but still the weekly candles is above the floor of iron. XRP is still showing tremendous strength in comparison to Bitcoin and the other alts. Closing weekly candle above 38 cents means the retest mission is accomplished. XRP Army. Crypto says, I will not be celebrating any price action until I see XRP close above the weekly 21 MA. Nothing else matters. XRP, HODL the HODL. With that being said, Bagman and Bag Ladies, this will not save your cryptocurrencies. If the exchanges go down, I'm sorry. That's the biggest thing. I effed up and should have done better. With that being said, get those cryptos offline into your own self-custody wallet, BYOB, be your own bank. XRP Bags, curious to see the updated numbers after this last 48-hour wildfire in the XRP market. And despite the wildfire and all the FUD, you can see here 10%, 2,500 XRP. Looks like the diamond hands are still accumulating. Now, to be a top 10% holder, you need about 2,639 XRP. To be in the top 5%, you now need 10,000 XRP. Before, it was about 9,723 on September 24th. And the top 4%, you need about 12,861. Previously was about 12,308. And to be in the top 1%, previously was about 62,000 XRP. Now currently 63,260 XRP. Despite all the FUD in the markets, the SEC, the fusters, trying to shake you out of cryptocurrency, trying to shake you out of XRP. The historical wallet count continues to climb, and the 1% diamond hands out there with their eyes on the prize, continuing to load up on those generational wealth bags. Any red day is just another opportunity to load up on those generational wealth bags. I am the XRP Bagman, the Moon Commander, currently up here on the mothership, stuffing some bags and enjoying the show. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in, smashing those likes for some more Moon O'Clock news. Hope y'all continue to stay extra bullish out there. Continue holding those good vibes. Remember to sell the FUD, buy up that bag. Don't forget to spread that liquid love. Also, if you're new here, don't forget to drop a subscribe, drop a comment down below. All the OG diamond hands out there, drop a comment down below, drop an elbow on that like button. From the top rope, we'll catch you up here, top floor for the moon party. BYOB, be your own bank. Peace out, Crypto Ghost.
After SEC, now who you believe? Now who you believe? When we rock it off, you gon' see. When we rock it off, you gon' see. Now who you believe? Now who you believe? Hey, this gon' be the theme. Please go take a seat.